Hi guys, this is IGCSE O-Level Chemistry, paper 22, June 2017, question 11. Which statement about fuels is correct? Heat energy can only be produced by burning fuels. No, different reactions produces heat energy as well. Just by burning fuels is not the only way to produce heat energy. So this isn't a correct statement. Hydrogen is used as a fuel, although it is difficult to store. Yes, hydrogen is used as a fuel in fuel cells. Methane is a good fuel because it produces only water when burned. Methane is made up of carbon and hydrogen. When it will be burned in oxygen, it will produce carbon dioxide and water, not just water. Uranium is burnt in air to produce energy. No, uranium is radioactive. It will never be burnt in air to produce energy. Uranium produces energy by decay. So the correct option for this question is option B. Question 12. Which statement about exothermic and endothermic reactions are correct? During an exothermic reaction, heat is given out or given off. Yes. The temperature of an endothermic reaction goes up because heat is taken in. No, it goes down. The temperature of the surroundings is decrease. So the overall temperature reading would decrease. Burning methane in air is an exothermic reaction. Yes, it produces CO2 and H2O, which is combustion, and combustion is always exothermic. Since statements 1 and 3 are correct, option C is the correct option for this question. Question 13. The equation for the reaction between hydrogen and fluorine is shown. The reaction is exothermic. The bond energies are shown in the table. What is the energy change for this reaction? So the bonds that are broken are hydrogen, hydrogen single bond plus chlorine, chlorine single bond. And the bonds that are formed are two hydrogen, fluorine single bonds. So the energy requirement are 436 plus 240. These will be the ones that will be required to break the bonds, and the ones that will release energy when the bonds are formed are 2 into 430. When we solve this, we end up with a value of minus 184 kilojoules per mole, which makes option B the correct option for this question. Question 14. A gas is produced when calcium carbonate is heated. Which type of change is this? So when calcium carbonate is heated, it decomposes to form calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. So this is a chemical change because the chemical species have changed from calcium carbonate to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide gas has been released. So chemical change, yes. Exothermic, this is not an exothermic or endothermic change, as in we cannot predict it like this. Usually decomposition requires energy, so it should be endothermic. It is not a physical change because there is no change of state, and it is not a separation because chemically the species has changed from carbonate to oxide and carbon dioxide has been given off. Therefore, option A is the correct option for this question. Question 15. A student was investigating the reaction between marble chips and dilute hydrochloric acid. So, marble chips were exposed to hydrochloric acid and the gas collected. Which changes slows down the rate of reaction? Temperature of the acid. If you decrease the temperature of the acid, the rate of reaction would decrease because temperature is directly proportional to the kinetic energy possessed by the molecules. If the temperature is increased, the molecules produce greater kinetic energy, and if the temperature is decreased, molecules possess lesser kinetic energy. So this eliminates options C and D. Concentration of the acid. So if the concentration of the acid is decreased, the rate of reaction would decrease because lesser number of reactant particles will be available for uh, collisions with the marble chips to produce the gas. CO2. So decrease is correct in both cases. And surface area of marble chips. Surface area of marble chips would decrease the rate of reaction if the marble chips are larger in size. The greater the size of the marble chip, the slower the rate of reaction. So this eliminates option B and makes option A the correct option for this question. Question 16. The reaction used to manufacture ammonia from nitrogen and hydrogen is reversible. An equilibrium can be established between ammonia, nitrogen, and hydrogen. Which statement describes the equilibrium? Both the forward reaction and the backward reaction have the same rate. Yes, at equilibrium, the rate of forward reaction is equal to the rate of backward reaction. The rate of backward reaction is greater than the rate of forward reaction. That is not when equilibrium has been achieved. The rate of forward reaction is greater than the backward reaction. This is not when the equilibrium has been achieved. The forward and backward reactions have both stopped. It is a dynamic equilibrium. The rate of reaction are equal. That is why it appears as if no reactant or product is being formed. However, the products are formed at the same rate as the reactants. So the reaction is in a state of dynamic equilibrium. So the reaction has not stopped. It is continuously occurring. This makes option A the correct option for this question. Question 17. An example of a redox reaction is shown. Zinc metal plus copper ions gives zinc ions plus copper metal. Which statement about the reaction is correct? Zinc is the oxidizing agent and it oxidizes Cu2 plus. No, Cu2 plus is reduced to copper. So this is incorrect. Zinc is the oxidizing agent and it reduces Cu2 plus. Zinc reduces Cu2 plus, which makes zinc the reducing agent. It is not the oxidizing agent. Zinc is the reducing agent, yes, and it oxidizes Cu2 plus. No, it reduces Cu2 plus ion. Zinc is the reducing agent and it reduces Cu2 plus ions, yes. So option D is the correct option for this question. Question 18. Which type of oxide is aluminum oxide? Aluminum oxide reacts with both acids and bases, making it an amphoteric oxide. So it is not acidic, it is amphoteric, it is not basic, and it is not neutral. Therefore, option B is the correct option for this question. Question 19. Which statement about a weak acid such as ethanoic acid are correct? It reacts with a carbonate. Yes, all acids would react with carbonates. It does not neutralize aqueous sodium hydroxide solution. This is incorrect. It will neutralize. It turns red litmus blue. No, it turns blue litmus red. It is acidic. A red litmus turning blue indicates the presence of a base. And it only partially ionizes in aqueous solution. Yes, that is the explanation of why an acid is weak. Since statements 1 and 4 are correct, option B is the correct option for this question. Question 20. Silver chloride is a white solid which is insoluble in water. Which statement describe how a sample of pure silver chloride can be made? So it is insoluble in water, so we are preparing an insoluble salt. So it can be made by reacting two soluble salts, because silver being less reactive than hydrogen will not react with acids. So add aqueous silver nitrate, this is a soluble salt, to aqueous sodium chloride, which is a soluble salt, and then filter. Yes, this is how silver chloride will be made. Add aqueous silver nitrate, this is correct. To dilute hydrochloric acid, it will not react with the acid. Evaporate and crystallize. No, it will not react. Add silver carbonate. Silver carbonate is an insoluble salt. We will not be adding silver carbonate to hydrochloric acid. Add silver metal to dilute hydrochloric acid. This reaction will not occur because silver is less reactive than hydrogen. Therefore, option A is the correct option for this question.